Hi everyone, we are filming this because we've been invited by Pekarna Magdalenske mreže to GuestRoomMaribor, a short-term residency in Maribor, Slovenia. My name is Hana Ćurak and I am a sociologist and a political scientist, and this is my partner Bojan Stojčić, the artist.
I'm Bojan Stojčić, visual artist from Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina, with practice based in both graphic design and visual arts.
Yes, so maybe something about ourselves. We've been working together on various projects throughout the last couple of years. One of them is It's All Witches, a digital and analog platform for advocacy in feminism, democracy, and public space. We've been working on a number of initiatives through this project, including visual arts production, production of exhibitions, as well as advocacy, trainings, policy paper writing, and yes, one of the most important tools of the platform is actually its digital presence. We produce podcasts together. The aim of the podcast, It's All Witches, is to question the everyday life from the post-Yugoslavian intellectual perspectives, and we're looking forward to actually in Maribor film a conversation with Ms. Svetlana Slavšak herself. Other project that, other initiative that we will be engaging in Maribor is actually, I'm very happy about it, and it's actually displaying and producing one of Bojan's staple artistic pieces. Maybe Bojan, you can tell something about that, and then I'll come back to this.
The work that will be produced in Maribor on residency is Seeking for a Person. It's an ongoing series of public space interventions where I engaged public to contact me through my private phone number, and we discuss art and politics of it, as well as politics of public space. And through these conversations with absolute strangers, we come to some amazing topics and also very poetic situations. This is a work that I'm producing in the last 6 or 7 years, and as my other practice is based in public space, mostly in public space, other projects that I'm involved in are also interventions through photography or videography, and I record this engagement and display it throughout Europe.
Yes, well, maybe something about our individual biographies. I work as a political scientist and as a political activist as well. Engaging exactly in these topics that kind of relate to the reality of post-Yugoslavia, the performativity of it, and what actually brings my and Bojan's practice together, and thing that we work on together is this construction of Dayton mean time. This is a term that we take over from Stef Jansen, an anthropologist who deeply loves and understands Bosnia. The Dayton mean time, the concept of Dayton mean time is actually everything that we as individuals live, as both of us grew up in Sarajevo and Bojan moving around with the fall of Yugoslavia, being a refugee as a young child. The reality of Dayton, or reality of Bosnia and Herzegovina, deeply defines us. And we see it as holding immense subversive potential for understanding the role of Europe and understanding the imperial lines and colonial lines that run on the borders of Europe. With that said, maybe it's important to mention the feminist dimension that informs both of our practices. as this is something that we deeply care about and engage in, we understand how intersectionality is important, but we see a challenge in translating it into non-democratic democratic spaces such as Bosnia itself. This is why we chose Bojan's work to produce it in Maribor as well, exactly because the reactions that people give to the ad that Bojan displays are actually reactions that speak a lot about what a certain public space is. They speak a lot about its hopes, fears, struggles, as well as prejudices, constructed ideas, and so on. So we're looking forward to actually see what comes out of it in Maribor. When it comes to Bojan's practice,
I think we both engage in our practice peripheral gaze to Europe from this so-called Bosnian Dayton meantime, which is still not Yugoslavia, but not yet EU, and our positions and our views on the brink of the EU, I think, reflect our reality that we live, and I think gives a new perspective when shown in countries of EU. Also, when we produce our content in EU, we produce it as a peripheral gaze. So it's really fun, and I think interesting to be engaged in such practices and to connect in such way.
Yeah. So just a brief for the end, just a brief recap. My projects and future include working as a consultant for an organization that connects European Union and the periphery of Europe, and continuation of the production activities, interviews, texts, and so on. Well, Bojan, you have some upcoming exhibitions?
Yeah, besides running my design and art studio in Sarajevo, I also engaged in a couple of ongoing exhibitions. One of them is Enterprise Europe, currently displayed in Galerie Cité in Paris, and the one upcoming show that I'm really looking forward to is Graphic Triennale in Tallinn, Estonia, and a couple of other smaller shows that we are together producing and also as individuals working on.
So we're looking forward to our residency and see you soon in Maribor.
See you soon.